Honestly, I try to be pretty nonchalant about most things, but if there's any strong opinion I have, it's that people who smurf and they shit talk lower tier players are probably the scum of the earth, and they should just not exist, man. I'm not even here to hate on all smurfs in general. I think that there are some okay reasons for smurfing, but if you're going to be smurfing and you're going to be shit talking on people who are literally supposed to be in a lower rank, especially if they're on your own team, then you are just a terrible person. I watched a video by Bumpa the other day. I don't know if you guys watch his videos. He's a YouTuber for Valorant or something. I like his name. I don't know what he's named after. All I can think of is like Ice Ice Baby right now, where he's like, Bumpa da Bumpa, they have a new spec. Anyway, I can't remember exactly if he was condemning all Smurfs or if he was just saying that like the people who would do it for like to boost their ego. I think there's a lot of people who live this lie where they believe that like, hey, if I smurf, I'm going to improve and I'll learn how to beat players because I'll be more confident in my gunfights or something like some weird logic like that. I just kind of wanted to explain a little bit about smurfing that a lot of people maybe don't understand. So when you're smurfing, don't intend to get better at the game. The logic may seem there that you're going to be more confident taking gunfights and you're going to learn how to shit on players. But the problem is you're learning to shit on players that don't know how to take advantage of your mistakes. The only way to get better at the game is to play with people who are good at the game. You're not going to learn how to get better at the game if you're not getting punished for your mistakes. And you probably make a lot of mistakes. And when you're playing against gold players, you're going to get lazy and you're going to learn that, hey, I can get away with making mistakes, so I can do stupid fucking plays like this. And it's not going to help you. Now, a couple of the reasons I've heard for smurfing are like, hey, I want to play with my friends, which I actually don't even have that big of a problem with that. I admit I have done that as well. I have lower ranked friends that sometimes want to play the game. They want to play competitive. It's like, whatever, I'll play it. A lot of people are going to hate this. A lot of people are going to comment. This is what people always say. Oh, man, why don't you just play unrated? I don't know, dude. They just wanted to play comp. I don't feel like I'm a horrible human being for doing that. And I don't think you are either if you do that. The other argument that you might hear is that like, oh, this is my account that I don't try on, which on that end of the spectrum, why don't you just play unrated? I know that may seem similar to playing with a friend, but it really doesn't feel the same to me. If I'm going to be playing alone and I'm going to be not trying, I would just queue for an unrated game. At least I have skins on my account then too. I don't have to play on a fucking Smurf account where I have default skins and stuff like that. Also, on the other end, it would be a shitty thing to do to queue into a ranked game with people who are actually trying to win and not try. Anyway, though, moving on to the third reason that I've heard from people. I've heard this from a number of people, actually. They'll say, well, I don't feel like I'm good enough to play at the rank I'm currently at, so I want to play at a lower rank so I can get better, so I can feel like I deserve to play at that rank. And I think in theory, this kind of makes sense. Like, hey, I'm going to prove I belong at that rank by climbing back up to that rank. But in reality, that's not going to help you get better at the game. It's just going to help you kind of stay stagnant, and it'll probably build up bad habits. I think the only reason I wanted to talk about this is because I think of players who have like multiple accounts in Immortal. And it just makes me think like, why did you spend all that time ranking a second account up to Immortal when you could have spent that time playing on that Immortal account trying to hit Radiant? I guess at the end of the day, it's a video game and it's where you find enjoyment in it, but it just doesn't seem to make sense to me to these people. And especially like Immortal's one thing, but players who are in Platinum and they have like 4 accounts in Plat or Gold or wherever, I'm like, dude, just play on that one account and just get better at the game. Like, stop trying to ego trip by playing against lower ranked players. Actually try to improve and play against players who are going to dick on you. It's gonna happen. Nobody likes losing, but it's part of the game and it's part of improving. The best way to improve is to make mistakes, get punished for them, and learn from it. If you're playing against people who aren't going to punish you, you're never going to improve. And I guess that's why I wanted to talk about this, because I think there's a lot of people who smurf for no fucking reason. They make a second account because they're afraid of losing rating or something, dude. Stop caring about that stupid little badge next to your name. Start putting in the work and actually get fucking good, dude. Or don't. I don't know. Do whatever. See ya.